one more step over here. All right? It's one more step over here, team. All right? You don't see the last step, but there's one more step. All right? Thank you, Mello. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. Fukuoka lit. I'm telling you guys, Fukuoka is freaking lit. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Yeah, Fukuoka lit, y'all. Let's keep it moving. I like this city already. Look at all these. Look at all these Japanese folks. Look at them. Look at them. Amazing. And you know what's interesting, man? This place reminds me a little bit of New York City in the sense that there's a lot of businesses underground, like literally in the basement, just like in New York City. They don't really do this in China. They don't usually have businesses underground. You know, usually it's above level. Thank you, Joker. But here in Japan, they got a lot of businesses underground. Let's keep it moving. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. Look at all the buildings over here. And I got to tell you guys this. I have to, you know, obviously be a good tourist out here, man, because a lot of these businesses are associated with the Yakuza out here. So I don't want to mess around, man. But you don't want to pick a fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to pick a quarrel with somebody. Stay in my lane. I already have a camera in my hand. That's bad enough. So we're just going to keep it moving. Follow the channel and share this live stream. Now, the weather is great. It's amazing. But I have it's either A, I have allergies or I have a cold. Because I keep sneezing. Because I keep sneezing. I've been sneezing ever since I got to Japan. I guess the pollen season. Tap, 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 everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Good morning, everybody back home in the United States. Happy Friday morning. Alexander said, they calling you. A lot of things are calling me. McDonald's is calling me too. That don't mean I'm going in. G-Nut with the fireworks. G-Nut just lit up my gift gallery with the fireworks. Thank you, G-Nut. G-Nut is specifically looking for my gift gallery. Thank you, G-Nut. Long time no see. Man, I told you guys this, man. I told you guys. If TikTok gets banned, man, and my ass is out of work, man, I'm going to become a male hostess here in Tokyo, here in Fukuoka, man. Y'all going to find me at the Stinger here in Fukuoka. If I lose my employment with TikTok, man, I can't do this shit no more. I'm going to come over here to the Stinger, and I'm going to do my shit over here, okay? You're going to have to come and find me here. Thank you, Steph. Oh, thank you, Steph, for the roses. I'm just letting you guys know. Y'all think it's a joke. I'm serious. I'm very serious. I'm going to have to come here and do this. Tap, 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 everybody. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. I'm going to have to mark this location down in my Google Maps. Come back after the live stream and do a little bit more investigation. Hey, for those of you that love Japanese food, I have realized that the prices here in Fukuoka is significantly cheaper than Tokyo. Primarily because of the fact that this is not, that's exactly why I've been growing out my hair. Primarily for the fact that this is not a tourism city, okay? It doesn't have, this dude has a shelf life of about another 24 hours, man. It's gonna end up on a sushi plate tomorrow, man. Hey, man, you enjoy your little bath and you enjoy your time, man, because tomorrow is gonna be Marie Antoinette for you, man. Off with the head, and you're about to get served on the sushi plate tomorrow, man. Yeah, you keep swimming back and forth, man. You keep doing the stanky leg, whatever it is you're doing over here, just keep swimming back and forth, man, because tomorrow you're going to be eating. You're going to be cooked tomorrow. Yeah, just keep rocking back and forth, because tomorrow you're going to be rocking back and forth in somebody's stomach. Okay, tap, tap, tap. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. Yo, Fukuoka is no joke, man. Fukuoka lit. Like, straight up. Straight up, team. Fukuoka is lit, y'all. What going on? And you know what I love about this city? You know, I mean this in a nice and respectful way. There's no tourists here. I don't see any foreign faces here. Whereas when you're in Osaka and when you're in Tokyo, it's foreigners everywhere, like myself. Here, I don't see much foreigners. I don't see a lot of foreigners out here. That's a very good thing. That's a very, very good thing. Tap, 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 everybody. All right, let me go to I'm not even at my destination. I'm just getting started. All right, let's keep it moving, team. Let's keep it moving. Follow the channel, share this live stream. You know, we actually need to go this way. Thank you, Simba and JT. Yeah, I'm going to Okinawa next, man. As you guys know, I spent 2 months in North Carolina at my parents' house, just spending some time with my mom and dad. And now I'm back in Asia. I actually got to go this way, so I'm going to cross the street. So I'm going back to, thank you, Jacqueline and the teacher. So I'm going back to Asia. So I'm going back to China. What going on over here? So I'm going back to China later this month, but before I do, I'm transiting through Japan and I'm streaming in Japan. Okay, thank you, inhale, exhale. Thank you, JB, get that daily heart me in. Let's keep it moving. Look, all right, I'm gonna tell you guys something, okay? This is the biggest thing I've yet to understand, okay? What is this? Somebody who is Japanese can tell me what this is, okay? I have seen this thing called the aneiso, which means, what does this mean? It means being a detective. All these places, and it says 18 plus only. What is that? What is that? And all the windows are tinted, so you can't really see what's going on inside. Like this, you see that one right there? See that one right there? Another one, it says, you see that? What is that? It literally means detective. Like Detective Conan, like a police officer. There's another one, every single one of these businesses say the same thing. Somebody in Japan needs to explain to me what this is. And this is for all the ladies that need a little bit of companionship, okay? If you need some companionship, this is what they do out here in Japan, okay? These are the hosts that will give you all the companionship. All right, man, his lipstick is a little bit too much, man, but you get my point. Okay, they all wearing lipstick and makeup. These are the hosts that will entertain you for the night. They will have a drink with you. They will talk with you. You probably won't have to use the Google Translate, but you get my point. Okay? Anyway, Lisa said, no, thank you. Come on, man, let's keep it moving. I'm telling you guys, y'all think it's funny, man. If I lose my job out here on TikTok, man, I'm gonna have to come out here and do this, man. I need to find a way to make a living. Tap, 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 everybody. Donuts, taps, hearts. Let's keep it moving. Follow the channel and share this live stream. Everybody's saying no thanks. All right, the reason I need to double back on this way is because I got sidetracked by the street. This is not where I'm supposed to go. Thank you, Jill. This is actually not where I'm supposed to go. So we're gonna keep it moving. Man. No comment. Let's keep it moving. See what's going on over here. They were all wearing the same uniforms. What's going on over here? They playing rock, paper, scissors in the middle of the street. At midnight, they playing rock, paper, scissors. What's going on over here? Yo, I swear to God, team, my hotel is called the Grand Hyatt. Okay, I'm staying at the Grand Hyatt here in Fukuoka. It's literally right across the street. I just got here a couple hours ago, and I posted a new video. Those of you that want to check that out. And I just said, I'm going to come out here for like an hour and a half this morning. Thank you, Tyler, and just give you guys a kind of, a feel for the streets. And then every single morning we'll be streaming from Fukuoka. Like every nighttime we'll be streaming from the streets. Okay, but this is a little bit unexpected. I didn't expect to see this when I when I came here. I was supposed to go to a food street, by the way. Check this out. Tap, 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 everybody. Please tap on the screen and share this live stream. Man, a lot of these signs over here, I can only read some of the Chinese words. Okay, what is it? What is that? So we got a little calamari restaurant over here. Look at this. Amazing. Beautiful. What's up, Julie? Let's keep it moving, team. Follow the channel and share this live stream, everyone. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Mo Green. Yeah, it's an octopus. You know, but all the jokes aside, man, you know, I have to say this to all the American folks that are watching this, okay? Japan is a little bit different from the Thailand and the other countries where, you know, you have like Amsterdam. Emotional value is more important here in Japan, meaning a lot of the men that come to these places, and including a lot of the women that come to these places, are actually married. They have spouses, they have kids. You know, they come here not for anything physical. They come here for the mental. A lot of this is the mental. They you know, Japan is a very hierarchical, very stressful, you know, very, very rigid society. I don't want to use the word stressful, but it's a very rigid and hierarchical society. This is a place for them where, you know, they can talk to a young lady or they can talk to a young guy and they can share a drink and they can have a conversation. And it's really, from what I understand, it doesn't actually go beyond that, you know? Which is why I find it to be an incredibly idiotic concept. Okay, I find it to be an incredibly idiotic concept, but you know that's what they be doing out here. Okay, to me, if I'm paying, I'm shit. You know what I'm saying? I find it to be incredibly idiotic, but you know that's what they do out here. Okay, that's what they do out here. Okay, I mean, like they just be talking. They just be talking and sharing a drink. You know, so we gonna keep it moving. You know, tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Amazing. Let's keep it moving, everybody. Man. Look at this. Man, I'm trying to cop a look. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm trying to cop a look behind these curtains to see what's going on. What they got hidden behind these curtains. You know what I mean? I'm trying to cop a little look. You know? Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. Hell no. See, look. When they hold a sign that says 3,000 yen, you go in. I thought it was 3,000 yen. And then the bill says 30,000 yen. Look at that. Love that. So many people wearing suits over here. You know they just got off the work. You know they just got off work. I love it. You know, also I feel very safe here because there's a police station right there. That's a police station. Cool. Let's keep it moving. And you know what's another very interesting thing is that they have a lot of bars over here that are European style. You know, this is like the third bar that I've seen in this little street. It's Italian, like it feels like a little Irish pub. Look at that. You see that? Look at that. You see that? Tap, 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 everybody. Let's keep it moving. I'm getting a lot of text messages. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell's going on over here? What the hell? Japan is different, y'all. This country is different. We'll keep it moving. This country is very, very different. Please follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. We're gonna keep it moving. Tap, tap, tap. Look at this. Look. You see them bowing? Look. Look, you see that shit? Look, the boss just left and they was bowing and shit. You see that? They was all bowing. All of them just bowed. Y'all saw that? Man. Look at all these ladies. You guys see that? Do you see how they just bowed? Wow. This is radical, man. I love this. You guys saw that? Why they don't ever bow to me though? You know, they always give me the side eye. They never bow to me. Shit. Tap, 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 everybody. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. Thank you, Makai Smith. Please get your daily heart me in, everybody. They be like, who is you? That's right, who is me? Everybody, the goal tonight is donuts, heart me's, and galaxies. For some reason, I'm having, let me do this. I'm having a hard time. Hold on, I'm having a hard time with this. Give me 1 second. There we go. That should work now. There we go. Cool. Let's keep it moving. See, this is again what I'm talking about over here, man. See how them little curtains, man? I want to know what's going on behind them curtains. I'm trying to cop a look. Let's keep moving. Everybody, follow the channel and share this live stream. You know, thank you, Gene Bravo. You know what I realize about this country, man? It's like, I feel like, thank you, Mary. I feel like this is a country where everything's very buttoned up. You know, everything is very buttoned up. Like, it's a very polite society. It's very buttoned up. But I feel like it's also a very wild society. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, behind curtains that you see. See you tonight, Mary. I feel like there's also a lot of things behind the scenes that you don't see, you know, on the surface. And, you know, I might have to do a little bit of investigative journalism later tonight and find out for myself. Let's keep it moving. Follow the channel, share this live stream. Let's go see some food. I know most of you guys are like, let's just stay here, but the purpose of tonight's live stream is actually to show you some food. So tap, tap, tap. Ooh. Is this open? Is this shit open? It looks nice. That is open. You can get this whole plate of 30 pieces of sushi for 8,118 yen, including tax. So that's like 50 some dollars. All this sushi for 8,118 yen. Look at that. You can get, if you don't want to eat that much, you can eat 11 pieces of sushi. Look at that. They got a tuna special, everything tuna. They have it in English as well for 4,048 yen, including tax. That's like $26, $27 for that right there. Oh, this looks nice. I'm almost tempted to go in. I didn't have dinner. I haven't had dinner yet. When does this place close? Maybe I'll come here after the stream is over. When does this place close? Oh, that's the dude that runs this particular branch in Tokyo. Thank you, Miss Davis. Thank you, Brayon. Everyone, please get your daily heart me in and share this live stream, everybody. Thank you, Brayon. All right, let's just keep moving. Let's keep moving. There'll be more food. Let's keep moving. I'm telling you, man, these Japanese people be looking at me, man. They be making me feel uncomfortable. They be looking at me and shit. You know? Thank you, Brayon. They making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie, but they making me feel uncomfortable. You know, I feel like they looking at me like I'm a roach. You know what I'm saying? I don't speak their language. See, look. You see this shit right here, man? Damn. 咋样？明目张胆呐、咋样？明目张胆。I'm gonna say this in Chinese. 明目张胆. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Elise. Tap, 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 everybody. Whoever could read Chinese will know what's going on over here. Look at this. Man. Oh my God. Thank you, Jess. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap, tap. Let's keep it moving, team. Tap, 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 tap. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. Thank you, Toy Man. Man. I hope I make it back to my hotel tonight, y'all. Let's keep it moving. Follow the I'm glad I came out here, though. I'm glad I came out here to just, walk around a little bit. It was supposed to be a very chill live stream where I just walk the streets and show you guys what Fukuoka looks like at night. But it turned out to be a little bit something more than that. But we are in the downtown area of Fukuoka. This is a city that dates back to right around 2,000 years ago was when you first started to get recorded history for this place. Okay, when Japanese records began to mention this place called Fukuoka. Okay, look at this building right here. Hey, tap, 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 everybody. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's 12:47 a.m. in the morning, so I probably got like another 45 minutes in me before I have to go to bed, because I do have to stream later tonight. I got to wake up early. I stream later tonight. Tap, 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 everybody. Get your daily heart me in and share this live stream, everybody. I gotta tell you, man, there's a lot of nightlife out here, man. A lot of nightlife out here in this city. See, this one also 18 plus. Thank you, Apex. Beautiful city. This is why, I tell all the people here, is when you come over to Japan, don't just go to the Tokyos and the Osakas, right? That's where, you guys saw the live stream the last 10 days from the streets of Kyoto and, what's it called? Jesus, man, hold up. What the hell? They be eating out here. See, what I don't understand, unfortunately, though, is why is this a Chinese restaurant, but every single employee is from India? Legit question. This is a Chinese restaurant in the middle of Fukuoka. Every single employee is from India. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah. How much is this lobster right here? Where is that on the menu? The lobster.
Orange?
Yeah, the lobster. The lobster.
Oh, lobster?
Yeah, where is that on the menu? He came out and he started talking to me, so I had to make some shit up about the lobster as if I was gonna buy it, because I was obviously pointing the camera at them. He came out at me, so I had to, make conversation. I wasn't really trying to buy no goddamn lobster, okay? I had to, say something about, the lobster. He actually got a calculator. He's starting to calculate how much the lobster costs. Okay, dude just started walking towards me. I thought he was gonna chew me out for, see, there's 3 of them now. They all looking at the lobster now. They taking this seriously, man. See, now I feel bad, man. They taking this seriously. Oh. I might get the lobster.
6,680.
6,680 yen for the lobster, right?
Yeah.
Any lobster or just one particular lobster? I'll come and look. Okay. But okay, I'm talking about this big one right here. This big one right here.
Oh, but 10,000.
How much is that?
10,000.
This is 10,000. How would you cook that?
Sashimi.
You cook that sashimi?
Yeah, sashimi.
Is there any? Is there another way to cook it? Like
Only sashimi.
only sashimi?
Yeah.
10,000? Where does it say 10,000? Like is it on the menu? Or you
Very expensive.
It's very expensive. All right. Where is this lobster from? This is your Japanese lobster?
Yeah, Japanese.
All right. Where do you see that it says 10,000? I'm actually interested in eating this. But where do you see that? Where do you see 10,000 at?
Please forget. මේකේ please wait. මේකේ කිංගකුවක් ගහලා නැහැ නේ බා.
I'm actually thinking about eating this.
ඉසේබිවා. ඉසේබි. Okay.
Where are you from, man? Where are you from?
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Oh, nice.
Oh, please wait. Oh. ඉසේබිවා. Okay now. Oh. Right. මේක කිංගකුවක් ගහලා නැහැ.
So what? 16,000.
Yeah.
It's not 10,000. It's 16,000.
16,000.
Okay. I understand. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. I was about to say, man, 10,000 for that lobster? I ain't gonna be streaming no more. I'm gonna be eating. That's very cheap. 10,000 yen for that lobster? That's like $70. $68 for a big ass lobster like that. That's actually a cheap price out here in Asia. I would have cut this live stream off later and I would have been eating. Let's keep it moving, everybody. They were nice guys. They were from Sri Lanka. They were not from India. They were from Sri Lanka. Look, I'm supposed to be heading that way to show you guys some food, man, but look at this restaurant over here. It's a Chinese restaurant, Chinese style restaurant. Beautiful. Tap, 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 everybody. Please tap on the screen and share this live stream, everyone, and follow the channel. We're gonna walk along the river in a second, but I saw something down the alley over here, down the street. I wanna go check out before I double back. So please tap on the screen and share this live stream, everybody. Good morning and happy hump day, happy Wednesday to everybody back home in America. Will knows where I am. See, Will be spamming donuts, team. Everybody, donuts is the goal. Like Will is spamming over here. Donuts is the goal, team. Look at Will spamming donuts, team. Look at Will spamming donuts. Let's go, Will. Will, I know you know where this is, man. Thank you, Gene Bravo. We're out here in the middle of downtown Fukuoka. I'm in Hakata. Thank you, man, Warren, for moderating. Let's keep it moving, team. Follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. Man, Will be spamming donuts, team. Look at Will. He be spamming donuts, team. Trying to hit that goal. See, look, this entire street. Look at all these folks over here. Beautiful. Hakata. We're in Hakata. Absolutely. Let's keep it moving. Great to see everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday night for me. It's technically Thursday morning now. Almost 1 a.m. in the morning. We're exploring the streets of Fukuoka along the river. That's one thing about the Japanese folks, man. They're so well dressed. All the men and women are super well dressed, man. Look at the way I'm dressed. What the hell? Look at this. Man, G-Net with the Venmo. G-Net with the Venmo. Man, Fally with the Cash App. G-Net with the Venmo. Thank you. Look at the way I'm dressed, team. This is tragic. This is bad. Thank you, G-Net with the Venmo. Let's go, team. All right, I'm gonna fulfill my original mission, man. I'm gonna go right here along the river. And I'm gonna take you guys to the first destination. But this is a very beautiful city. You know, Fukuoka got a lot of You know, a lot of these Japanese cities, thank you, Deity Flesh. You know, it's a very beautiful city. We got a beautiful river. They probably run some boat tours during the day. This is gorgeous, though. The yellow lines on the sidewalk, Will, you're gonna see this in China as well. This is for the folks who are blind. So thank you, Alec. They have it in China as well. You're gonna have, this is assistance for people who can't see and they have to use a walking stick, okay? But the difference between China and Japan is, here in Japan, they actually respect these lines. In China, man, they be parking their electric scooters and they mess it up. You know, so if you're a blind individual and you're using these lines, you're going to run into some obstacles in China, whereas here in Japan they seem to actually respect it, and they're not really putting any obstacles in here. So there seems to be a little night market that's closing up. Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. We're just gonna see a little bit. They respect the cross. I actually respect the cross signal as well since I've been here. All right, but this place is very beautiful. Let's keep it moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Do they have Braille? I know for a fact China has Braille. Japan should as well. But I have to tell you, and Will's gonna find out for himself when I show him China. Okay, I think in a lot of ways, man, me navigating the subway system, me navigating the train system here in Japan, it's actually not, this is my opinion, I don't think it's as well laid out as China's is. It's my humble opinion. Not because I could read Chinese and I can't read Japanese. It's a lot of walking, not a lot of escalators. You know what I'm saying? For example, one subway station will have like 7 exits. Only one of them will have a elevator. The other 6, you got to climb up the stairs with your suitcase. So I just feel like, man, it's a beautiful country, man. It's a very clean country, but it is a little bit aged. It's an older country, meaning they've been rich. This country has been wealthy for a long time. It's been wealthy since the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. So a lot of this infrastructure that you see here was built 40, 50, a lot of years ago, whereas China's a new place, right? A lot of infrastructure in China is very new. So, does that make sense, everybody? It's not that they don't do it as well. It's just because they've done a great job of maintaining this stuff. But it's just that a lot of this stuff, you can see the age. You can see the age. So it's like all these buildings here, each of them got to be at least 40, 50 years old, man. I can't, like this building right here, this residential building over here, thank you, Corinne. It looks like it's probably built in the 70s. I wouldn't be surprised if you told me this is built in the 70s or the 80s. So they just got some age to it, so we're going to keep it moving. Follow the channel and share this live stream. Thank you, Jacqueline. For those of you that remember my live stream in Taiwan, just remember the significant influence that Japan has had on Taiwan, because Taiwan used to be a Japanese colony, right? And I think it's the same thing. Taiwan also became wealthy long before the mainland. Long before mainland China, Taiwan became wealthy, right? It was one of the 4 dragons of Asia in the 80s and 90s. So now you're getting to a point where China's getting wealthy and all their stuff is new, but you can see the infrastructure here is a little bit older compared to what you see in China. So at least that's my observation. I say this with respect towards the Japanese people. It's just my observation as someone who's lived in China for 6 years and who's going back later this month. So please follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. It's very lively, though. This is a very lively section of the city. I'm glad my hotel is here because it's really convenient. But this would be considered a downtown. As you can see, Fukuoka, about I would say less than 2 million people. Thank you, Sumaya. But you don't see any skyscrapers. You know what I'm saying? Do you see any skyscrapers here at all? Right? You see any like office towers? Really signature landmark buildings? I haven't seen anything yet, so I gotta keep walking around and try to find some. Okay? So let's keep it moving. What's she selling? It just says 30 minutes, 3,000 yen. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. Yeah, some type of massage. I would imagine some type of massage. Oh, this dude's selling. A massage? Ah, hell no. I don't want no massage from you, dog. We're gonna keep it moving, man. We're gonna keep it moving. Now, we can talk now. How much is that? Tap, 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 everybody. Follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. Ooh. Share this live stream, everybody. Follow the channel. Let's go, team. Get that daily heart me in, everybody. Get that daily heart me in, team.
2,000엔만 쓰고.
And you know, I gotta tell you, man. Hold on. I gotta tell you guys, man. This place kind of smells a little bit. You know, there's a smell in the air. I can't quite describe it to you, but there's a smell in the air. Kind of a funky smell. Oh, I can't describe it, team. It's not. By the way, you know this is how they got a lot of 7-Elevens out here in Japan, is when you have a 7-Eleven right here. You have a 7-Eleven right here, and you got one right across the street, right there. There's a smell in the air that I didn't smell in Kyoto or in, or in Tokyo. But anyway, let's keep it moving. I just love how in Japan, everything is like very colorful and very pretty. That they do better than anybody else. Thank you, Violet. Somebody said body massage oils. This is very, very pretty, man. Like, even their vending machines are adorable. Look at that. Even their vending machines look beautiful here. Tap, tap, tap. Jamie, it's fine. We'll go back there. We're actually kind of transiting through Japan later on in December when I go back to North Carolina for Christmas. So I'll be back in Japan for a pretty significant amount of time. I'll probably be back in Japan for like another 2 or 3 weeks later this year before I go back to the United States. See this restaurant packed, team. Look at this. Look at this. Thank you, Joy. Get that daily heart me in and share this live stream. The prices here are so cheap compared to freaking Tokyo. An assorted grilled beef plate is only 1,980 yen. That's like $14. That's like $13. Really cheap. Really, really cheap. Thank you, Jolie. This is what happens when you don't have to deal with a bunch of freaking tourists. Look at that. We might have to get some sushi at 1 a.m. in the morning. What do you guys think? This is a 24-hour sushi spot. Okay? You know they got some good-ass sushi. You know they got some good-ass sushi when there's a big-ass fish in the window, man. You know what I'm saying? Usually when there's a mannequin wearing a bikini, usually there's a mannequin showing off a dress. This place over here has a fish. Okay? It's a 24-hour fish spot. Okay? Look at this. And you know they got some good fish over here. Look at that. Yeah, Gina. Hold on, let me see if I can look at them. Why don't it open? Oh, there we go. Hey. See, time to look at the menu. Look at the menu real quick. Yeah, the menu. Yeah, let me take a look at that menu. Thank you. Look at what they got over here. So here's the problem: when you don't read no Japanese, man. Look at that sea urchin over there. Look at that sea urchin, y'all. 3,080 yen for all that sea urchin. Oh, look at all this tuna over here. Woo! Do you have an English menu? Is there an English menu, please? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. What the fuck? Horse mackerel. Oh, I thought that said seahorse. Look at that tuna assortment. $22 for tuna. Man, I might have to. It's 24 hours, so I could eat at any time. Look at this. I would say this is like literally 30% cheaper than Tokyo. I might have to come back here. Thank you, Slaw. Thank you, Amos Otis. This is a lot cheaper than Tokyo, man. You see, look, you can get sashimi, this whole thing over here. No, actually, this is what I would come here. I would order this. This is like, how much is this? This is like $38. This is like $40. I would order this. All right, you know what? Let's keep streaming for a little bit, and then I'll come back here. I'll be back. Thank you. Thank you very much. He don't understand what the fuck I just said, man. He just nodded his head at me. He has no idea what I just said. I will be back, man. This is the spot right here, man. This is called Tsukiji Sushi-sen. Okay? I know, Will. It's expensive, though. It is expensive. Tsukiji Sushi-sen. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's keep it moving. This is the name of the fish market that we stream from in Tokyo. If you guys remember the live stream that we did in Tokyo, that's the Tsukiji fish market. That's this one right here. So let's keep it moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. You know, and this is, you know what's also highly unusual, man, is when I was in Kyoto. You guys saw the live stream last night. You saw how in Kyoto, a tourist city, everything was freaking closed after like 10 p.m. Whereas here, a lot of these things are open. They're actually all open. Nothing is closed. Oh, I'm in the city of Fukuoka, out here in western Japan. We're actually pretty close to Okinawa now. That's my next stop, Okinawa. Tap, everybody. I'm not gonna do it, man. Hell no. I'm not gonna do it. But what I will do is navigate to our next spot. Hold on one second. It's hard navigating with one hand. Hold on one second. Big. Thank you, Jamie. This area is not that big. Thank you, JJ and Debbie. You know what? Let's keep walking. Let's cross the street. Thank you, Jay and Jean Bravo. Thank you, Shumaya. I just turned off my invitations, man. People spamming me, trying to run some battles. What the hell? Thank you, Jeanette. Was that a Toyota Corolla police car? Was that a Toyota Corolla police car? What's going on in this country? What's going on in this country, y'all? Tap, 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 everybody. Follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. You know, I know, for real talk though, straight up, I've been in Japan. This is my 11th night tonight. I've been here for 10 nights already. I got 8 more nights in Japan before I go to Shanghai. This is the first time I feel like I'm experiencing real local Japanese life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like the first time where I feel like I'm not being a tourist. Everything in Kyoto and Tokyo felt so touristy. This is the first time I feel like I'm actually immersing like in the country. Like I'm at a city where I'm just seeing how like actual Japanese people live. And it's the first time for me. I've been to Japan like I think maybe 4 times now. This is the longest I've stayed, but each of the previous 3 times, including the last 10 days, thank you JJ, have all been in tourist areas. They've all been in the tourist areas. This is the first time where I feel like I'm actually immersing myself in the streets of like a real part of Japan. You know? Like, without all the touristy shit. You know, thank you JJ. We got a lot of donuts already, team. I love the donuts, team. The donuts really help this channel, everybody. Donuts is our goal. Let's keep it moving. You guys think it's a bad idea to eat sushi at 1 a.m. in the morning? Because I'm really hungry. You think it's a bad idea to eat sushi in the morning? At 1 a.m. in the morning? Thank you, Toy Man. Sarah, we're in the city of Fukuoka. This is it right here. We're in the city of Fukuoka. Thank you, Rachel, Tan, and Marlene. We're in the city of Fukuoka. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't on the jet. I was on a high-speed train that was going 180 miles an hour. That train took me about what would have taken an 8-hour drive. They did it in about 2 hours and 40 minutes. A very smooth train, by the way. I love the Japanese train. Let's keep it moving. Follow the channel and share this live stream. And look, this is how their election posters look out here in this is how their election posters look out here in Japan, man. So that's their version of Donald Trump, and this is their version of Hillary Clinton. See that? Their version of Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump, and their version of Hillary Clinton. Y'all see that shit right here? I love it. Okay, tap, tap, tap. This is a democracy. They do have elections out here. Okay, let's keep it moving. Follow the channel. Man, there's a lot of women out here, man. Thank you, Sarah, for the donut. There's a lot of women out here. Walking by themselves. Tap, 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 everybody. Thank you, Guy Huss. Thank you, Eugene. Everyone, get your daily heart me in. Thank you, JJ. All right, let's get out of this area and let me take you guys to somewhere legit. Okay, let's keep moving. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. You know, for those of you that see my live streams in China, and you've seen my live streams, thank you, Xander, you've seen my live streams in China, you've seen my live streams in Taiwan and, you know, Thailand, I think you can notice that I feel a little bit like fish out of water, right? Japanese culture, even though the people here look rather similar to Chinese people, the culture here is very different. It is a very different culture, and I am a little bit like it's giving me a little bit of a culture shock. That's my hotel right there. By the way, that's my hotel, the Grand Hyatt. Courtesy of Dr. Andrew. It's my hotel. Let's keep it moving. Follow the channel and share this live stream, please. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning in America. Well, it's Wednesday afternoon on the East Coast. But good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. We're walking the streets of Fukuoka. And this is a pretty fancy section, y'all. Look at all those waterfront real estate over there. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, let me know where you guys are watching from. I know where most of our regular folks are from. Like Will's from Jersey. Mama's from Colorado. Gina's from California. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Let me know. Keep the comments flowing. Keep walking around Fukuoka. Let's keep it moving. Ohio, New Zealand. Nice. All right, let me look at my map. Yep, let's keep going. And look at what you can buy from the vending machines out here in Japan. Look at that. Thank you, Sunflower. You can buy all types of sugary snacks directly from the vending machines. Beautiful. Joy, thank you. I'll see you tonight. For those of you that have to go to work, that have to go to school, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to keep streaming. I got a little bit more energy in me. And then I do have to get some sleep because I have to stream in the morning, which is your nighttime. Thank you, Colin. Hey, give a shout out again to Fally and to G-Net for the Cash App with the Venmo. Really appreciate the support for the channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mountain Mama with the donuts. Let's go. See, and this is the other thing about, Fukuoka, though. It's the same thing. Where they just toss their trash directly in the streets for the trash people to come and pick up, for the trash truck to pick up tomorrow morning, in the morning. Everything is just dumped directly in the streets. I find that very interesting. I know, man. Warren, a good-ass mod. Hey, Oliver, what you contributing to for the channel, huh? One rose at a time, doing some honest work. What you contributing to the channel, huh? Oliver and I went to college together. Okay, he watches me every single day. He be getting free entertainment. He be getting free laughs. Okay, and he contributes one rose at a time. He contributes one rose at a time to our live stream. Tap, tap, tap. Yep. Warren gets paid $2.75 an hour. Let's go. Thank you, G-Net and Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. This is the little alley that I walk through. Okay, in order to get here. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, G-Net. I'm just playing. He ain't getting paid. He getting paid 275 pesos an hour. Y'all, man, I want some happiness. That says happiness. I want some happiness. Yeah, Dorito gets paid with lobster picks, exactly. Let's go. So what do you... What the hell? What this is? What is that? What is this? Mountain Mama with the future encounter. Thank you, Mountain Mama. What the freak is going on, y'all? What's going on? I have no idea what's going on, team. I'm confused. Follow the channel and share this live stream. I'm confused as hell, team. What's going on over here? Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. It is all messed up, I know. Some type of a dating service, I guess. We'll keep it moving. Hey, if I don't get married by this time next year, man, I might have to come back here and utilize this gentleman's services, man. He had a very nice smile on his face. He seemed like a very trustworthy man. I might have to utilize his services next year if I'm not married by this time next year. Okay? And once again, like I said, it's a very clean country, but at the same time, man, all the trash is just stacked on the road. They don't use garbage cans over here. Hey, Will said, don't even think about getting married. Will's been telling me, do not get married. Will's been telling me, do not get married. He's been telling me this. Okay, look at that. See, look at all that trash stacked on the street, though. That's Will's been telling me, stay away from that. Let's keep moving. All right, there is a very famous landmark here, a shrine that I want to show you guys at. And then I am really hungry, man. I'm thinking about getting some sushi after this. So let's keep walking a little bit more. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. So Will said, don't get married. We still have a lot more to explore. You know, my initial take on this city is a lot less bougie compared to Tokyo. What I mean by that is you could just tell by looking at these houses right along this river. So you got this nasty ass river over here. So the other river just now was nice. This river here, on the other hand, don't look that nice at all, man. This looked like a nasty ass river. Okay, the bigger river looked super nice. This one here, not so much. But you can see the houses right along this river. Jeanette with the blooming. What is that? Thank you, Jeanette. Let's go. Tap, tap, tap. Thank you, Jeanette. You can see, y'all see that right there? You guys see that? That just strikes me as like, and this is downtown, by the way. This is like Central Prime location, Grand Hyatt. You know, this strikes me as a, you know, it strikes me as a working class city, is what I'm trying to say, man. You know, I read something online that the people in Tokyo, like Tokyo, Japanese folks, consider Tokyo to be like, you know, the most modern and you know, it's obvious, it's the capital, right? They consider everything else, even bigger cities like Osaka, to be like not at the same level as them. But I'll tell you one thing though, being out here, what I haven't seen is homeless people. I have yet to see any homeless people out here in Fukuoka. Okay, nobody homeless. I don't see any, you know, homeless people in the streets, which we did see in Tokyo. We saw a few homeless people in Tokyo sleeping on the bridges. I haven't seen that yet. So, what the hell? Hold up. Wait, hold on. Chop, everybody. Navigate these streets. Let's keep going. You know, I can't believe I'm saying this, man, but this looks a little bit like Seattle. I know this is gonna sound ridiculous, man, but this looks a little bit like downtown Seattle. It looks like parts of Seattle and San Francisco. You know? I don't know if you guys are seeing this as I am, but Tokyo looks nothing like Seattle, but this city looks a little bit like Seattle, a little bit like a city on the West Coast. You know, you see it? Is it just me or do you guys see this? For those of you that are from the West Coast, y'all see it? Don't this look a little bit like a LA, Seattle, you know? Everybody and their mama is in. Hey, this is why I appreciate you guys' support, man. I don't really want to do any battles in the morning. And this goes for when we go back to China and we start our cooking show. We're gonna have a cooking show coming up later in June. Starting in June, our cooking show debuts every single morning USA time. I don't want to do any battles when we're cooking in the kitchen, and I don't want to do any battles when we're walking in the streets anymore. I just want to keep it all about the streets. At nighttime, we'll be indoors and we'll run our usual battles. So I really appreciate you guys' support so we don't have to do any battles in the morning. But make sure you guys tune in to our cooking show. It'll be an uninterrupted experience where we're going to be cooking some really crazy food, including what you just saw back in that restaurant with the lobster sashimi. We'll be cooking that as well. All right, so please follow the channel and share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. You know, I'm not really trying to insinuate anything, but there is a... And I'm not really trying to insinuate anything, man, but there is a lot of women walking around here all by themselves at 1:25 a.m. in the morning, wearing very short skirts. I'm not trying to say anything. You know, you guys could figure it out for yourself, man. But there's not any bars or clubs open over here. It's not like there's a very vibrant nightlife, you know, like a club, like a place to go rave, you know. Let's keep it moving, team. Oh, I actually think I gotta go this way. Yeah, I gotta go this way. What did Oliver say? Oliver, put your money where your mouth is. Nah, Oliver, it can't be a galaxy, dog. Yo, no, hell nah, ain't gonna be no galaxy. I ain't doing some shit like that for a galaxy. I'll do it for a TTU. I ain't gonna do it for a galaxy. Hell no. You know, ruining my reputation out here. I got a reputation out here on TikTok as a very outstanding gentleman of high moral character. You understand? Okay? This is a high character channel over here. Okay? You put my character on the line. Okay? Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap, tap. The day that Oliver sends a TTU, man, that's the day that he's gonna break the internet. I'm telling you, that's that day the internet's gonna break down. All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving. Follow the channel and share this live stream. You know, and also the other thing is everything's kind of cheaper out here in Fukuoka. Actually, when I was at the train station coming over to my hotel, I was looking at the taxi prices on Uber. It was significantly, and I wouldn't say significantly, but it's notably cheaper than Kyoto and Tokyo. Isn't everything just better when there isn't as many tourists? Right? Tap, tap, tap. All right, we're, look at Warren, man. Look at what Warren doing. Warren trying to keep the channel going. I appreciate you, Warren. Thank you very much, Warren. And look, same problem as Tokyo and Kyoto. Look at all the graffiti they have out here. Okay. Will, can you tell the people how much is like a typical house here in Fukuoka? And then either Warren or someone, a moderator, can pin your comment. Can you tell the people how much is a house, like a piece of property out here in Fukuoka? Let's say like a 3-4 bedroom house. You know, because the houses in Japan typically run a little bit smaller compared to the United States. Thank you, HB. Look at that beautiful. Look at that. I would imagine it's probably $200,000-$300,000, if even that. Because this doesn't strike me as the. What's up, Sarah? Let's keep it moving. Tap, tap, tap. Has the signal been good tonight? I'm using 5G, obviously. Has the signal been pretty good tonight? Everybody, let's keep the comments flowing. Yeah, 250 to 350, exactly. Has the signal been good? All right, so you see, exactly, you see. So I was right. We're almost there. Oh, I think this is the shrine. Yeah, this is it right here. That's what I wanted to show you. Do you guys see this little shrine over here? This is what the subway station is named after. Okay? It's kind of like a smaller version of what we had in Tokyo when we went to Akihabara, when we went to Asukasa and we saw the Sensoji temple. Theirs was much bigger than this, but this is a similar concept. Okay, you see how, like, similar to Chinese culture, they have these, look at that, one on each side, and that says Feng down there, which means offering. And this is in the middle of downtown. Look at that. Like literally blended into the neighborhood over here. These are individual houses. It's kind of creepy to be here, to be honest, man. It's like doors creaking and shit. It's kind of creepy to be out here by yourself. You know, I heard a little door creaking. And you guys remember last night, well, yesterday morning, when we were streaming from the forest that had all those red doors? Well, that's exactly what it looks like. Okay? Yeah, look. Oh, wow. Look at this thing right here. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the size of this thing right here. This is easily 3 to 4 stories tall. Look at that. Dude, you guys hear that door creaking? Y'all hear that door creaking? Beautiful. See what happens when you actually have a good signal? Yo, I'm the only person here, team. This is a typical Japanese temple over here. Thank you, Gene Bravo. I don't know why I'm lowering my voice, man. Ain't nobody here. Thank you, Gene Bravo. Make sure nobody's sleeping around here, you know, bothering somebody's sleep. Gotta look around the corners. Chicago 101. Everywhere you go, gotta look around the corners. You never know who's gonna jump out. Oh, wow, this looks like it's got some age to it. Okay, everything else looks new. This looks like it's got some age to it. This particular stone carving over here, this one looks like it's got some age to it. Let's keep moving. Tap, tap, tap. And this is, you know, in all seriousness, this is absolutely beautiful Japanese architecture over here, right? And remember what I said to you when we were in Kyoto. This is different from what you see in China. A lot more curves in their ceilings. You see that? And just like Chinese architecture, classic Chinese architecture, they love to use wood. Everything here is made out of wood. This is a very high quality building over here. I mean, I can already tell. I mean, look at the grain on this wood. I know we just went from massages to wood, but that's what makes the Monkey Kong channel special. We do it all in one live stream. We just went from massages, we went from women, we went from hosts to tuna. Now we're looking at the wood grain out here on the temple. Okay, massage to wood. Hey, look. Massage to wood. Think about that. Think about that. Massage to wood. Think about that. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is high quality wood over here, man. Man, what the fuck? Oh, that's a person there. He be doing this. I thought the thing started making noise on its own. Oh, that's a person right there. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. Yo, everyone, this is incredible, y'all. Okay, let me explain what this is depicting. Okay? I mean, this is obviously depicting what seems like the immortal world over here. You can see multiple individuals. Okay, they have this in China as well. Okay, look at that. You see that? You can see the clouds. You can see water, ocean. Okay, thank you, Cool and Scrappy. Look at that. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful art. And for those of you that are watching this for the first time, I can read these words. I could read all these words. Okay, I believe that says 九州, I think 朝日放送. These are all Chinese words. Okay, remember, if you're watching this, if you're watching me for the very first time, remember, Chinese writing is the basis for Japanese letters. Japanese writing is derived from Chinese writing. Okay, I could read a lot of Japanese, and you can see here, all this stuff is in Chinese. All this is in Chinese. Because Oliver, because your ass you forgot all your Chinese when you immigrated to America. Okay? This is why your ass is persona non grata in China, man. They don't want you over there, man. The CCP don't want your ass back. Okay? They don't want you back. Okay? They said stay your ass in Chapel Hill. They don't want you back. They do not want you back. They do not want you back. See, look at it. This is unique. I have never seen this before in China. This is very unique. This is drums of oil. You see that? This is actually drums of oil. Okay, and also they have some Japanese alcohol in this as well. But this is, y'all, this has gotta have some. If you tell me this is 400 to 500 years old, I will believe you. This stone pillar, just like that one over there with the carvings, this looks like it's got a sake. I think that's what I'm saying, sake. Sake, Chinju, that's what it is. Japanese sake. Look at this. It's gotta have some age to it. Let's keep it moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. This is called, I believe this is called Kuroda Shrine. This is a huge shrine. Dude coming towards me. Look at this place. Beautiful. And again, it's in the middle of the city. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Debbie. And right up there it says Bodo. That means Hakata. It's the Chinese name for the Japanese words Hakata, which is where we are in Fukuoka. This is one of the sub-districts of Fukuoka. Hakata. Isn't that beautiful? I am not alone. There's a couple lovebirds over there. Thank you, Slaw. Please get your daily heart me in, everybody, and get them donuts in, team. Like Slaw just did. We love donuts. Donuts real good. Thank you, Victoria, for the daily heart. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get back into the streets. Thank you, Victoria. Anna with the cat paw. Victoria with the donuts. Let's go. Thank you, Victoria, with the donuts. Thank you very much. And again, if this is the first live stream you caught from Japan, wash your hands. Wash your hands with these things over here. This is not for drinking. This is for washing. Okay, put that back. So Japanese. Thank you, Anna. Gotta love it. Let's keep it moving, team. Follow the channel and share this live stream, everyone. And look at this beautiful building over here. Thank you, Anna. Look how beautiful that is. Tanya, I don't know the difference, but if other tourists aren't drinking it, then my ass ain't drinking it either. If they washing their hands or their feet with it, then I'm washing my hands and my feet with it. Monkey see, monkey do. If they drinking it, then I'll think about drinking it. But if, you know what I'm saying, shit. Tap, everybody. Look at that building. Beautiful. Monkey see, monkey do. Let's keep it moving. look at these buildings. You know, this is the biggest difference that I observe about Japan. And I sound like a broken record, right? Japan and the way their cities are laid out has a lot of similarities to American cities. If you told me this was a scene out of New York City, somewhere in Manhattan or somewhere in Brooklyn, I will believe you. The architecture may look a little bit different from what you have in New York or Chicago, but the fundamental concept is the same, which is you have these very small, individual standalone houses, okay, that are clearly urban city style. You don't see this a lot in large Chinese cities. You just don't see it, especially not downtown. Chinese homes are all spread out. You're talking about housing 1 billion plus people in China. Over 700 million people now live in major cities, different cities in China. So what you have in China is large residential communities where you have multiple buildings that look exactly the same. Japan has somehow managed to house over 100 million of its population without resorting to using the same type of housing community concept that China has. Okay, and the biggest thing you can thank for that is you say what constitutes the difference? Very simple. Chinese housing styles is derived from the Soviet Union initially, and then after reform and opening is derived from the Hong Kong model. Okay, so if you go to the 60s and 70s, if you can go back in time and you go to 60s and 70s and you look at the way that Beijing and major northern Chinese cities are laid out, it looks just like the Soviet Union. Like if you go to a post-Soviet Union country like a Bulgaria, like somewhere that used to be a part of the Soviet Union, and you look at the way their communities look, it looks exactly like how Chinese cities looked in the 70s and the 60s and the 50s. Okay, districted exactly the same way. Whereas Japan, I feel like, you could tell me what this looks like, but it's got a lot of similarities to like an American inner city, I see a lot of similarities to a Vancouver, to a Seattle, even to a Chicago, which I can't say about China or Hong Kong for that matter. Okay, so we're gonna keep it moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Yeah, I made it safe. I made it here safely. We're gonna do a little bit of alley hopping though right now. And then I'm probably gonna go back to, I don't know if I'm gonna get sushi at 2 a.m. in the morning. This is tap. Am I glitching? I shouldn't be glitching. Tap, everybody. Please follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. Share this live stream and follow the channel. Man, man, let me tell you something. Every vehicle here is a freaking Toyota. Okay? They do not buy American cars out here. Toyota, Nissan, Toyota, Nissan. I have not seen a single Tesla out here in Japan. I don't know if this is intentional or what. Elon Musk is not selling cars out here in Japan. This is a totally untapped market. Okay, thank you, G-Nut. Let's go, G-Nut. Thank you, G-Nut, for the travel with. This is a totally untapped market for Elon Musk. Okay, I have not seen a single Tesla anywhere in the streets of Japan. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Rams. Let's keep it moving. Follow the channel and share this live stream. Yeah, I mean that must be. I don't know if there's a law that says no electric vehicles allowed, but I just they must be very supportive of their automobile industry, man. Because I was saying 99% of the cars out here in Japan are all Toyotas, all domestic made. All right, there's one more destination I want to go to, and then it's almost 2 a.m., so I got to call it a night. I got one more destination I'll take you guys. take you guys to. $12 minutes away. Thank you, Terry. All right, let's keep it moving. And look at these apartments. This is an apartment complex right here. Yeah, I see a few Subarus, but this country is mostly Toyotas. Not even a lot of Hondas or Nissans. Freaking Toyotas everywhere. Look at this. Thank you, Gene Bravo, for the donuts. It is Toyotas everywhere in this country. I love it. That's great. Oh, the Suzuki right here. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. What's up, Jazzy? Now we're in the quiet part of Japan. Can't do this in the inner cities in America, you know? That's how you get robbed. Do it out here in Japan, though. Thank you, Jazzy. Look at that. You got this young lady walking all by herself out here. Maggie with the Venmo. Let's go, Maggie. Thank you, Maggie, with the Venmo. That makes Maggie, Fally, and Jeanette with the Venmos and Cash Apps. Thank you guys for the support. Let me keep it moving. Go straight and make a right. Tap, tap, tap. No, it's just a safe country. And they do it without having a camera at every corner. There's no cameras. What do you guys think? Eerily quiet, right? You know, this is like an urban quiet. Last night, aka yesterday morning, we were in like a rural quiet in the outskirts of Kyoto. This is more like an urban type of quiet. Everybody, I've seen my first American vehicle. We have just seen our first American vehicle. Rejoice. Yo, Donald Trump will be shedding a tear right now. If DJT was here, man, if 47 was here, he'd be shedding a tear right now. We just saw our first American vehicle anywhere in Japan, man. I've been here for over 10 days. We just saw our first American vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. A Jeep. Look at that. Seriously, we just saw our first American vehicle. Every other vehicle in here is Toyota. Like literally every other vehicle here is Toyota. Okay? And we saw a Jeep. This is the best representation of America that you can have over here. A whack-ass Jeep Renegade. Not like a Cadillac Escalade or a Lincoln Navigator. You know what I'm saying? Or a Tesla. This is the best representation of America that you can find out here in Japan. A Jeep Renegade? You know, not a F-150. Oh, this is another thing I noticed about this country. No trucks. No pickup trucks in this country. They do not drive pickup trucks in Japan. There's not a single pickup truck that I've seen. I actually take that back. I've seen one yesterday. I take that back. I saw one made by Suzuki or Mitsubishi, actually. Tap. Look at that. See, I know ladies and some men would love this car right here. Look at this car right here. Isn't that adorable? Thank you, Joni. This is made by Honda. That car is different. Look at that. Look at this. What is that? Who makes this? Make a model is this car right here. Anybody recognize this vehicle? Alright, we're gonna go to our last destination. We'll be there in 8 minutes. I should go this way. And then I'm out. I'm gonna see you guys tonight. Alright, I'm gonna see you guys. We're gonna go to this last destination for the next 8 minutes. And then I'll be back later tonight. I'll be on a little bit later than usual tonight because I feel like coming on too early is not. I don't need to come on too early. Okay, so I'm gonna be on later tonight. Make sure you guys follow the channel and share this live stream if you haven't. We're gonna keep walking. Please tap on the screen and share this live stream, everybody. Oh, China Eastern Airlines is here. Maggie, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, so I'm thinking maybe it's not a good idea to eat sushi, raw fish at 2 a.m. in the morning. Exactly, Will. You know why? But this is what the president is complaining about. You know, why they put such high tariffs on our cars, okay? But they don't do it when we import so many of their vehicles. And this is, I think, what President Donald Trump is complaining about, right? Why does that Jeep Renegade cost twice as much here in Japan as it does in the United States? It's because of tariffs that they put on, okay? All right, I think we're like 7 minutes away. Let's keep it moving. Fun fact, Japan has the most number of 7-Elevens out of any country in the world, from what I understand. 7-Eleven is now actually owned by a Japanese company. A Japanese company owns the brand 7-Eleven. Don't know if you knew that. That is true. Okay, and you know what's another observation about this city? Okay, is everything looks like this. All their office buildings and all of their residential buildings look like this. I'm not seeing any gleaming like glass. Maggie, thank you for the Venmo again. I appreciate the second Venmo. Thank you very much. Nothing is like a gleaming, like a glass modern, you know? You hardly see any windows on a lot of these buildings over here. So I'm telling you, this is at least 40 years old. It doesn't surprise me if this building is at least 40 years old. Okay? Tap, 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 you see? Look at that, they got their sanitation worker at 2 a.m. in the morning. Boom. Let's keep the comments flowing, everybody. Let's keep the comments flowing. Follow the channel, share this live stream, and let's keep the comments flowing. Yeah, my gosh. I listen to my mama. Mama said no sushi. See, why? See, thank you, Gina. Now, why is she standing all by herself on the side of the street? Tap, 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 everybody. Hey, Oliver, get that Galaxy ready, man. Get that Galaxy ready, Oliver. Oh, Will speaking from experience. Oh shit, Will speaking from experience. Dorito with the Venmo. Thank you, Dorito with the Venmo. Yo, Will speaking from experience, y'all. Will speaking from experience, team. Look, Will just spoke, team. I didn't know that, Will. Thanks for letting me know. Let me mark this location down. Let me mark this location down in my Google Maps. Just for research purposes. Tap, 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 everybody. Thank you, G-Nut. Thank you, G-Nut. Let's go. Yeah, put this shit down on my Google Maps. But no, all jokes aside though, from what I understand, Hakata is like the cultural center of Fukuoka, and there's like a different section of Fukuoka that's more like gleaming with, you know, modern office buildings and looking really nice. I need to plug in, man. I'm running out of battery. Hey, everybody, my phone is no good, man. I'm gonna need to I'm hoping that this phone is gonna last until the new phone gets released, man, but I'm having to charge this thing very frequently now. The battery is honestly not good anymore. Thank you, Trevor, for the subscription. I'm not able to do like how long have I been streaming? I've only been streaming for an hour. I've been streaming for 2 hours now, actually. So, and I'm down to 33% battery life, which means this thing is probably good for like 3 hours of streaming if you run it all the way down to 0. When I first got this phone, I was doing 5.5, almost 6 hours of streaming outdoors with no problems. But after about a year and 3 months of continuous use, the battery is not doing so well anymore. Hey, go on TikTok, as you're on TikTok right now, and you could look up this hotel. Remember the story I told you back when we were in Tokyo? This is the name of the hotel, Appa Hotel. This is one of the cheaper chain hotels all over Japan. There was a European woman, either a European or a Brazilian woman. She was Caucasian. She was traveling in Tokyo. She was staying at the Appa Hotel brand, and there was a Japanese peeping Tom man hiding underneath her bed. And she only discovered him because she smelled body odor in the room when she came back to the room. She's like, something smells in this room. There's body odor. It smells like a man. And then she looked down underneath her bed and she saw a pair of eyes. She started screaming. This is a true story. You can look it up on TikTok. She made a video about it. She was traumatized by it. And the man started screaming as well, and he ran out the room. And she immediately demanded, she was like traumatized. She was like, she's still shaking. This is a true story. This is the hotel, by the way. Appa Hotel, APA. This is the brand where it happened in Japan. So word to the wise, when you come over to Japan, try not to stay at the Appa Hotel, okay? Stay at a Marriott, a Hyatt, a Hilton, okay? Not the best hotel chain in the world. Man, you know what, man? Forget the damn shrine, man. Don't nobody care about the shrine, man. Let's just walk back to the hotel. Let me show you guys the Grand Hyatt. Okay? It all looks the same. Let me show you guys the Grand Hyatt. Let's just walk back to the Grand Hyatt, man. The hell with the shrine. What do you guys say we just walk back to the hotel? Let me show you guys this beautiful hotel, the Grand Hyatt. The hell with the shrine. Let me show you guys my room. How about that? How about that? Forget the shrine. Is that okay? Let me show you guys my room. Let's walk back to my room. 10-minute walk. Go back to the Grand Hyatt. Ten minutes. Maybe I should bring her with us. Let's keep it moving, team. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. 2 a.m. in the morning, a Japanese city. Man, what's Oliver trolling about, team? What's Oliver trolling about? What he be saying? I would love to get a tour. How about, Will, what kind of shit is that? You can give me a tour of the... Who says that, Will? People usually say, I can get you a room at the Ritz-Carlton if you want to stay there. Who says, I want to give a tour? That's kind of depressing, no? We go get a tour and then we get the fuck out? Because we can't afford to go stay there? Who goes to the Ritz-Carlton for a tour? You know, I give you a, you know, I can get you a room, you know? Thank you, Kay. What the hell? Tap, 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 everybody. Hold on, let me turn off my invites. 8,000 what? Dollars? Thank you, Kay. Everybody, get your daily heart me in. Get your daily heart me in. It's like when it's $8,000 a night for the. At which Ritz Carlton is that? Thank you, Andy. I'm going back to the room, man. I'm going to sleep. 9-minute walk. See, look at that. This is another restaurant that's open 24/7. I like that. Yeah, I must admit, I am a little bit tired, man. When I was hopping on the live stream, you know, this is the thing about me when I'm streaming. Streaming gives me energy. It's usually after I stream that I feel tired. I'll try to sleep in a little bit tomorrow morning, have a nice breakfast, and then I'll come, what's it called? And then I'll come later on in the night. Keep going. Tap, tap, tap. Follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. Yes, thank you, Warren. And thank you, everybody. That'd be Maggie, Fally, and of course, G-Nut with the Cash Apps and Venmos tonight. Thank you very much. We're going to keep it moving. Please keep the comments flowing, everybody. And tap on the screen. So what do you guys think of this city so far, though? Fukuoka. I mean, you admit it's different from... It's kind of different from the... what's it called? It's kind of different from Tokyo and... Mountain Mama with the freaking donuts. Let's go. Thank you, Mountain Mama. It's different, right? Very different. Like I said. You know, there was another thought that I was having when I was on the Shinkansen on the way here. Is I made a little video tonight. Or your morning time. And I posted it on TikTok. I made a little video where... this is their real big police station. This is a big Hakata police station right here. Okay, you can see multiple police vehicles parked out front. Okay, these police vehicles look like they got some age to it. But I was really marveling on my way here on the Shinkansen that it seems to me that Japanese society hasn't really changed all that much since when I was a kid in the 1990s. And when we were kids, man, growing up in China, we were fed a lot of Japanese culture through their anime. And it seems like the fabric of their society, the way that their society looks, the way their streets looks. I was passing by on the Shinkansen some of these neighborhoods as I look out the window on the outskirts of Osaka, on the outskirts of Kyoto. It looks very similar to what I saw in Doraemon. It looks very similar to what I saw in anime 25 years ago when I was a kid. So it just feels like, you know, this is a society that, you know, a nice way of saying it is they managed to preserve their identity. Thank you, B. Rodster. A nasty way of saying it is it feels like they haven't really progressed all that much in the last, feels like they haven't progressed that much in the last 30 years is another way of saying it. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Yes, let's keep the comments flowing. Tap, tap, tap. We're almost back at the hotel. We'll be at the Grand Hyatt. We'll be at the Grand Hyatt. We'll be at the Grand Hyatt. China with the smoky. You're paying cash for this Grand Hyatt. It's like $400 a night, $350 $150 or $50 minutes away. Make a left right up ahead. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. Will, you want to buy real estate? Why you want to buy real estate out here, Will? For investment? For retirement? What's the, cause you got family out here? Like, what are you thinking about? Like, what's the, kind of curious what the rationale behind it is. And instead of like Tokyo or like Osaka, why out here? You know, tap, 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 everybody, tap, tap. Damn, we lagging. No lag, we good? Good. We should be okay now. We should be okay. We're walking into the hotel. This is the Grand Hyatt. Tap, 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 everybody. Man, Warren doing a hell of a job moderating. Thank you, Warren. Almost back. Hell? This guy's asking me to walk through the building? The hell? Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm trying to figure out. I'm at the back of the I'm at the back of the hotel. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 everybody. No comment. We're 2 minutes away. Should be right around the corner right here. And they got some. Let me put it this way, man. Next 3 nights is gonna be a lot of temptations. A lot of temptations the next 3 nights. Gotta be a good boy. Somebody burn my credit card. Shred that shit. Gotta be a good boy the next 3 nights, man. There's a lot of temptations out here in this city. Take my Bank of America debit card and shred it. Shred it. Get rid of it. So let's go. Y'all think it's funny. I'm serious. I'm very serious. Oh yeah, this is it. All right, we made it. I remember this store right here. We made it. Alrighty, we're back in the Grand Hyatt. This is a very old hotel, man. The room is, you can see they put a lot of care in, like, you know, making sure that you have a pleasant stay, man. Like, they take pride in their facilities, but the facilities are pretty old, man. This is a, like, you'll see when we get in there. Hopefully, if we lag a little bit in the elevator, please stay with me. But this hotel's got some age to it, and it's in the middle of a You know, this is where we got started this evening with our live stream, right on that bridge. But yeah, time for me to catch some sleep. Everybody, after this live stream is over, I kindly and humbly ask that you go to my main page and check out this brand new video that I posted on TikTok. I don't know how many views it has, but hopefully it's got like, 5,000-6,000 views already. Okay? But I posted a brand new video tonight, earlier this morning, before I went live. I would ask that you guys please go and check out the video. Okay? Tap, tap. Thank you, Dave. No, not the bird one. The one about my observations on Japan. Yeah, it's like 7,000 views already, as I figured. Yeah, go after this live stream is over. So this is the Grand Hyatt Hotel. Thank you, Dr. Andrew, for hooking us up with such an amazing hotel room. Such a great hotel. Look at that. What's up, Mr. Lover? It's nice, ain't it? It's a nice little hotel. Look at that. Nice, beautiful little spot over here. Again, the hotel's pretty old, but it's nice though. And here's the craziest thing. The freaking Wolfgang Steakhouse is in this Fukuoka Grand Hyatt. They got a Wolfgang Steakhouse here. No, it's not a pool. It's just lights. I might have to go and check out that steakhouse. All right, let's go back to the room. I might have to go get something at that steakhouse. Let's keep it moving. All right, we're on the 10th floor. Stay with me if we lag out. Okay, stay with me if we lag, team. All right, because we're going into the elevator. Get that daily army in, everybody. Get your donuts in. You could look it up, by the way. You could go and look it up. I'm kind of curious. How much is this hotel per night if you paid cash? From what I understand, it was like $300 to $350 a night to stay at this hotel. You can look it up online to see if I'm right. Check it on Google. We used points in order to get this room. So this room was paid for using points, thankfully. And you know it's an old hotel room when you gotta go like this. As you can see, man, I got both air purifiers fired up and the room no longer smells like cigarette smoke, okay? Because I have both air purifiers fired up. But it's a pretty big, it's a much bigger hotel room than the one that I had in Kyoto. let me show it to you guys from this little corner over here. I got 2 beds. Okay, you got a TV, a very small TV. You know, and you can look outside the window. It's really not much of a view out here. You just have a building right across the street. Okay, not much of a view. It's a business hotel. There's a lot of business people wearing suits here earlier tonight. Seems to be a business hotel. Okay, and I got the 2 beds. I got the room with 2 beds. The toilets in Japan at a decent hotel, thank you, Suzanne, is always going to be a bidet. But again, because this is a pretty old hotel, even the bidet toilet is pretty old. You see that? It's kind of a, I don't want to use the word old in a negative way. It's kind of a kind of an outdated design. Okay, you got a tub, you got a shower, $300 a night for this. In my opinion, if it wasn't for the fact that we use points, Dr. Andrew used points, I would not pay $300 a night to stay here. But this is at a very nice location in the middle of downtown. It is a very decent hotel. And we're very, very thankful. And I think that tomorrow, the breakfast is going to be spectacular. So, oh, man, I am tired. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Andrew. He's at work right now, so I don't even think he's watching. Okay? But I love you guys very much, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. G-Nut, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, G-Nut. I know you like the walks more than, I know you don't care for the battles, okay? But it's great to see you. It's just great to see you. I will see you guys tonight. I'm going to see you guys tonight. I will be back later tonight, okay? Tap, 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 everybody. Okay, thank you, Jess. Thank you, guys, man. Thank you, guys. I will be back later tonight, everyone. Okay, I'll be back later tonight. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great Wednesday. I'm going to see you guys later tonight, everybody. Okay, have a great day. See you guys tonight. Thank you guys for being with me. Catch you on the flip. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. I was on the Japanese subway today, and I saw these elementary school kids, or about half a dozen of them. And they were adorable kids. And I was looking at their uniforms. Every single kid wore the same uniform, and it was perfectly pressed. Not a single stain. Kids are messy. You know, they drop food on themselves, and you know, they play around, they roll on the ground. Yet these kids had perfect uniforms. I mean, not one of their mothers or fathers forgot to iron their clothes the night before. Everything was perfect. I was struck by it. And I think about all these Japanese salarymen and women who I see all over Tokyo, all over Japan. They all wear the exact same outfit. Dark navy blue suit, dark black shoes, never any brown shoes. And the level of uniformity here is just incredible. And when I was on the Shinkansen, on the bullet train, on my way to Fukuoka, I'm looking out the window at these rural communities, you know, not in the middle of Osaka, not in the bright lights of Tokyo, just these communities in the middle of nowhere. And it looks remarkably similar to what we have back home in the United States. Individual houses, except the houses are all right next to each other, super close. Very little distance between every single house. And I can just imagine how tight-knit and how close everyone is in these communities. You know, they must be very polite. You know, hello. And they must not have the same level of social divisiveness that we have in the United States. I call that uniformity. But you know what I was also thinking about on the flip side of uniformity is called
conformity. You know, you think about it, if you're a 22-year-old person graduating college and you're about to enter the workforce here in Japan, you're about to enter a very hierarchical, very, very top-down structure where even the way you dress has to fit into a certain mold. Your entire career is laid out in front of you. This is the promotion you're going to have in 5 years. If you keep doing a good job, this is where you'll be in 10 years. Next thing you know, 30 years later, 40 years later, you're going to retire. And then after that, you die. So where is the incentive to innovate? This is why Japan is the graveyard of startups. Look it up. Where is the urgency and where is the incentive to innovate when the conformity is suffocating? Even the way you dress. You know, can you imagine a Japanese salaryman going up to their skip level manager and saying, yeah, I don't think this is done the right way. We should change this. It's unfathomable. And this is probably why I tell you, I'm not too bullish on the future of this country. You know, I understand it's the world's hottest tourism country. You know, 30 million people come here every single year. But they're competing with the United States. They're competing with China right in their backyard. And you look at all the innovation that's come out of the United States in these last 10 years, these last 20 years, we made the iPhone. Where's the Japanese iPhone? We made ChatGPT. China made DeepSeek. You know, China's got all these drones and all these crazy fancy electric cars. Where's the Japanese DeepSeek? You know, it seems like so much of their economy, so much of their society here is still resting on the laurels of what they achieved in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s when their current main competitor was still a very poor, backwards country, and that's China. You know, and I just think in the 21st century, man, this is an innovation winner takes all world, right? And I just think about this society and the way that it's built, you know, dating back to that story at the beginning about the kids on the subway. And I just think, where is this country going to find that innovation, that outside the box thinking that is so important in today's day and age? And I just don't see it. I don't see it. The same thing that makes this society a beautiful one, a clean one, a polite one, a cohesive, not divided like us, is probably what's going to be its undoing going forward in the age of innovation. I was on the Japanese subway today, and I saw these elementary school kids, or about half a dozen of them. And they were adorable kids. And I was looking at their uniforms. Every single kid wore the same uniform, and it was perfectly pressed. Not a single stain. Kids are messy. You know, they drop food on themselves and, you know, they play around, they roll on the ground. Yet these kids had perfect uniforms. I mean, not one of their mothers or fathers forgot to iron their clothes the night before. Everything was perfect. I was struck by it. And I think about all these Japanese salarymen and women who I see all over Tokyo, all over Japan. They all wear the exact same outfit. Dark navy blue suit, dark black shoes, never any brown shoes. And the level of uniformity here is just incredible. And when I was on the Shinkansen, on the bullet train, on my way to Fukuoka, I'm looking out the window at these rural communities, you know, not in the middle of Osaka, not in the bright lights of Tokyo, just these communities in the middle of nowhere. And it looks remarkably similar to what we have back home in the United States. Individual houses, except the houses are all right next to each other, super close. Very little distance between every single house. And I can just imagine how tight-knit and how close everyone is in these communities. You know, they must be very polite. You know, hello. And they must not have the same level of social divisiveness that we have in the United States. I call that uniform